back to me. Enough is enough. They just wanna hurt us. Bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough. We won't let them hurt us. Bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Indie Wrestling Corner with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host as always, the queen of the indies. And as you guys know, the unit has completely taken over the Indie Wrestling Corner pretty much. But it's big boy season, right? So we got the best for last pretty much. Ace Romero, how are ya?
Yo, what's up? Happy to be here. I'm so excited. Yes, the best. You say the best for last.
Yes.
Ace Romero, and I'm so thankful to be here.
Yay, me too. I'm so glad. I know you're upset that you weren't the first, but like I said, we saved the best for last, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, that's fine. You know what I mean? Now people are going to remember me the most.
See? There you go.
That bastard JT Dunn.
If you guys are new to the channel here, I interview everything independent wrestling, whether it's wrestlers, promoters, referees, behind the scenes. I got you guys covered. If you guys got some questions for Ace, please feel free, drop them into the chat. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. So, and please share the stream. Let's get some people in here. Let's get this party started pretty much. So, yeah, so we have so much to cover. There's a lot of things, you know, that we could talk about from the past. There's a lot of things that are coming up. There's so much to chat. And again, like I said, if anybody's got questions, please drop them into the chat. But for those fans, you know, there's a bunch, you know, that they might not know you, you know, and they're learning about you. So let's go back to basics and let's learn a little bit about you and like, you know, like how did you get into professional wrestling?
Yeah, so I'm from a town called Saco. I'm from Maine, Saco, Maine, and I started wrestling in 2008. I ended up randomly finding the Chaotic Training Center, and they were doing like a fantasy camp. They still do those now for Nepwa. But anyhow, they're doing a fantasy camp, and I ended up going down there to do the camp. And the best student the student that did the best would win free training, and I got picked. So to make a long story short, started doing the training, and then I would just kind of drive an hour each way from Maine to Massachusetts. So that's how I got my foot in the door, doing one of those fantasy camps. And I was hooked ever since.
Wow. Crazy. Many moons ago, right? So nuts.
Many moons.
Let me get some love in this chat. I see you, Captain Dave. What's going on, chat? He has a couple questions for you, so we'll go with these. He goes, Ace, which company are you heading to next since you're not with Impact Wrestling anymore, like AEW or WWE? Such a loaded question, I feel like.
That's a very loaded question. Let me pull up my crystal ball and I'll tell you. So I don't know what's happening right now. I mean, I do know where I'm going next, and it's not AEW or WWE. I'm going to Europe for the first time ever. Ace Romero Big Boy season is going to Europe. I'm going to hit Germany. I'm going to hit England. I'm going to hit Ireland. So it's going to be pretty crazy. As for WWE, AEW, I don't know. But for now, what I'm concerned about, what I'm looking forward to is going to Europe. It's going to be crazy.
That's so cool, like, to go, like, Europe. Like, you're going to do some training there, too, right? Like...
Yeah.
Oh man, that's gonna be like such a cool experience that I feel like I'm actually excited. Like when you come back, because I'd love to chat about that, even if like I'm behind that chaotic or whatever. We can talk
I
about.
hope I come back with an accent.
Can you?
I'm very infatuated with like the European style speaking, like Ireland and England. Like, I don't know, I'm weird. It'd be cool to come back with an accent. You know what I'm saying?
Can you bring back some baguettes or something like, or whatever it is, or bring some tea back or whatever?
A spot tea, you know.
He's gonna come back. He's gonna drink tea with his pinky up.
Yeah.
He's like, cheerio, cheerio, eh?
I'm so excited to go. Like, I love, this is actually the first time I've ever left the country, believe it or not.
That's so exciting.
So I'm doing pretty big, and I've always been infatuated with like England, Ireland, and Germany is awesome as well. So I'm pretty excited.
That's so exciting. Again, like I said, I can't wait for like you to come back and all the stories and the training and all those conversations, that you'll be able to tell us. Hey, Danny Miles. He goes, hi, AC. And he's got the little moat with the hearts in the eyes, so.
What's up, Danny?
Chad also says, Ace, who is your favorite wrestler you liked watching as a kid?
As a kid, my favorite would probably be The Undertaker.
Okay.
Although I was definitely scared of him, but he was definitely my favorite. I'd watch him. I'd be like 4 years old, and I'd be watching him behind the couch, infatuated. But yeah, definitely The Undertaker is my number one.
Okay. What's up, good cop, bad cop? He's got a bunch of questions here for you. So I'm going to start with this one. He said, the Brit, who now lives in the USA, wants to know which cities in the UK is that blonde Ace going to initiate, right? Is that what, I know I'm saying it wrong. A knit? What the hell?
The only city I'm going to is Liverpool, which is pretty crazy. I wish I had more time in England.
Yeah.
I got a little more time in Germany, a little more time in Ireland. But yeah, I'm gonna be hitting up Liverpool.
Awesome. That sounds like fun. Again, bring tea, bring gifts. I'm sure there'll be a lot of gifts for the unit as
Yes.
as well.
Snow globes all around.
Could get back up. I'm gonna get to your other question because I'm gonna start with mine before I go into your question. So I like asking. Clearly, like I've seen you in person numerous times, and I've watched you whether I'm sitting, on the couch or whatever. But I like to ask your guys' opinions, because you guys are very hard on yourself. It's something that I might like, you might not like. So, what is the go-to match that you would recommend for a fan that's never seen you before?
Oh God, I hate all my matches, to be honest. But if I had to pick one, my favorite match I think I've ever had was versus Anthony Green at Limitless. It was our only. I think it was our only like singles match, or at least the first one that we had there. But yeah, that match was awesome. I think we went like 30 minutes, told a great story. We got a standing ovation halfway through the match. Like it was pretty crazy. That's probably that's up in my top 3.
Okay.
Sure.
A lot of great matches, definitely. So let me go for his question now, since he likes to do the anagram question with all my guests. So he's got double questions. So the first one is, with Romero being an anagram of or Rome, which historical city would you most like to visit, Athens or Rome?
Oh, I guess Athens.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I like to visit them all. I think it's very bizarre. Like, I'm not stupid, but I didn't realize how close like Europe was to Africa. Like I always thought, like, if I was ever gonna go to Egypt or something, like that's so far away, but like I'm actually pretty close. So like where I'm going is pretty close. Like it's kind of crazy. But yeah, like I want to visit and wrestle everywhere. I want to wrestle all over the world.
Okay.
So
Man.
yeah, I want to take over the world.
I want to go to Rome. Like, I want to go there. I want to see. Well, I mean, I'm Sicilian, so I like to go to Sicily.
Yeah.
That's where I want to go. Like, hopefully one day, like, I can dream. So yeah, let's have some fun here, okay? Like, I want to talk the unit, and again, the unit. We're rocking purple. That's why you see anybody related to the unit, except for JT. JT got like a special one because it's JT. But you know, we went with purple, you know, because I got the purple eye makeup going on, all you guys that are from the unit. So let's talk yeah, I did, you know, I coordinate for whoever comes onto the podcast. But so again, let's talk the unit. Let's talk what it means to you. What's been some of your favorite moments? Like, give us the tea.
So the unit, I think, we have so much fun doing like the unit stuff. I think the most fun is like the promos, like, because we just go off the rails, and most of them are one take, like, and the best part is like, at least for me, every time we cut promos, like, I'm trying to, you know, pop the boys. I'm trying to make them laugh. You watch some of the promos that we do, and JT is about to break. Verna, he's so easy to break. I can get him in the ring, even in, like, live promos. Like the last show we had, we were in the ring. It was all of us, and Love Dog was on the ground, and he had his chewing tobacco.
Mike first.
He's like, Love Dog, I'm gonna make you drink my chewing tobacco spit. And then no one heard it, but amongst us, I said, "Well, if he doesn't, I will." And dude, he almost cried. Like this shit like that. That's the fun part. Like, we just I personally try to go out there and pop the boys, and you know, the matches are obviously fun because we all know each other for a long time, and we're all pretty good at what we do, you know, in our own right. But yeah, we just have fun, and that's the most important thing. Like, it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like, oh man, I gotta go travel to Chaotic and I gotta go wrestle so and so. I don't want to take the bumps. It's just fun all around. It's a good time.
It is fun. I enjoy it. I mean, like, I was talking about it with some people, and I'm like, you know, it's kind of like really like one of the best faction going on right now. And it's like, of course, like, heels, and like you said, each one of you kind of have like your different thing. You're having fun. Like, I see that, even if like you're playing a heel, but it cracks me up. And you know, Keith, I love you. Like, I'm sure you're listening to this podcast. But you guys know how to bring on the heat. I mean, we talked about it with Mike, you know, pretty much, and Danny on the podcast, that when you could get that reaction from the fan base, whether they get mad, they clap back, or, you know, like, walk out, or whatever the scene is, like, it's hysterical. Like, you doing, you know, the right thing pretty much.
It's like, it's kind of crazy too, because like, we do get, like, the thing is, like, our personalities come out, and we let those shine, and sometimes we're kind of funny. But also, like, in the same sense, like, the last show, there was kids crying in the front row because we were beating the dog shit at Love Dog. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a fine balance. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we want to be entertaining, but we still bring the heat, like you said, but we still like to have fun while we're out there too, because we're bad guys, but you know, we're funny too.
Yeah, you know, like, I was literally just having a conversation with somebody on the phone before, and we were talking about, you know, the way that the fans react, and in reality, like, again, like, you playing a heel, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad person. You're playing a character, and like, a lot of people really get into this and get really upset. And again, like, I have goddaughter, you know, I have friends who have kids, and like, they get upset too, and I get it. It's heartbreaking because it's like, you remember like when you were a kid and you like really believe, you know, in all this, but you know,
well, it's just because the way I act doesn't make me a bad guy.
Right,
you
right.
don't like it. Yeah, you know, well, that's not my fucking problem. You know? Does that make me a bad guy? I don't think so.
No, absolutely not. I think it's hysterical, and I'd be the one feeding into stuff. I love it. I'm known to you know, bring on the shit for the heels because I just love it.
That's the other thing too, is like Danny and Verna and Eddie and like JT, like, it's mostly like Eddie and Verna and Danny, like, they'll gas me up before we go out, and like, they'll get me going, and like, I'm like, once I get all wound up, like, it's hard for me to like dial it back, so like, anything can happen. Like, sometimes I'd be going rogue out there, just like talking shit and like doing shit that we didn't even talk about in the back, like, but that's what makes it so fun. Like, and then you can tell the fans to fuck off too. Like,
I died the other day because I was going through the chaotic footage that I took from the last show, sitting like in the front, grabbing like, sometimes like I get some cool moments that like the camera because of where I'm sitting or whatever. And I was dying because Danny, when he threw, what's his name? Was it Brad into the guy in the corner, and then he responded to me and he was like, the guy was vegan, so he deserved it. But then in the background, you see a kid sitting in the front row and he's giving Danny the finger. And it was funny because somebody commented and said, "Oh, Danny's checking on the kid." I was like, "No, Danny's getting the finger from the kid right now."
We have a good knack for that. Just like, I don't know, the kids love us.
Yeah. It's great. It's all good fun. Good Cop Bad Cop says, "I want to see Ace wrestle in the Coliseum." Oh,
Ooh, nice.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I mean, hell yeah, I'll go anywhere. I like money, so anywhere they'll pay me, I'll go.
Book 'em. Just book them everywhere. Johnny in the chat says, "Hey Ace, what was your favorite opponent in Impact?"
Favorite opponent in Impact, I have to say, because I was in a tag team, I very humbled and I feel very lucky, and I feel very privileged that that I got to wrestle the Motor City Machine Guns. I thought that was cool. Like, never in my life did I ever think that I'd be able to be in the same ring as those guys. I mean, they're friggin' legends in their own right, and they're fucking awesome. So that's probably my favorite.
Okay. Hey JT, I see you in the chat. Daddy said he hates that kid. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
JT's here too?
Yes.
Hey JT, how you doing? Take the veg. Pledge.
Take the veg.
I think that should be our new thing now. We'll because we're all trying to get in really good shape now. So that'll be our big campaign. Take the veg.
Stop.
Handle broccoli.
No.
I don't know. It's a working title, but
oh
yeah.
my god! All right, since you said that, I want to talk about that because I was gonna save this for later, but since you're talking, let's talk. You lost a lot of weight and you've been working hard, and I want to talk about your journey. I've had a bunch of wrestlers come on this podcast, and I love to kind of expand that out. Steve Scott lost a whole bunch of weight. He went keto. He explained to the fans of what he did. So I mean, congrats to you. You look great. I was I just loved, tell us a little bit, what inspired that? What did you do?
Dude, so I've been on the lose weight train 100 times over. I'm an expert at that. I can't tell you how many times I lost weight and fucking gained it back. But the reason why this time is different is because I'm more knowledgeable about what I'm doing. For the longest time, I just thought you just have to eat healthy foods to lose weight and keep it off, and you have to eat healthy foods just to be healthy. But what it comes down to at the end of the day is how much calories you're eating. Mm-hmm. It doesn't at the baseline of everything, it doesn't really matter what you're eting. So long as I'm in a caloric deficit every single day. So because as humans, as a person, let's just say, we burn calories just being alive. So if I to maintain my weight, let's just say I have to eat 3,000 calories to maintain my current weight, right? So now to be in a deficit, if I eat 2,500 calories, I'm cutting my calories by 500. Therefore, I will be in a deficit. So basically, to cut it short, is I just watching. I'm counting my calories and I'm watching how much I'm eating. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, if I've got 400 calories left and you want to have ice cream, measure it out, weigh it out. You can have the fucking ice cream as long as you don't go over your shit. So that's why this round of me getting in shape again has been so successful thus far, and I'm going to continue to do more and more. It's because I'm more knowledgeable now. I did the research. People want the magic pill. Right. The magic is you have to fucking watch what you eat, and you have to go to the gym. You have to exercise. And if you're not going to the gym, you have to at least be walking or something. I try to break a sweat every single day, depending on the week or how I'm doing. Like I didn't go to the gym today. I'm very still beat up from this weekend, but I'll be going tomorrow, and I'll be going before I leave for Europe. But you just gotta get active and move and all those things, and just be mindful of what you're eating.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's hard.
And so far, and I've been doing this. I've been eating like this for about 14 weeks. I went from a 6XL T-shirt, and now I'm into 3XL now. So my next goal is to get down to the 2XLs, and so on and so forth. But yeah, it just comes down to being mindful of what you're eating, and there's no secret way to do it. You just got to watch what you eat, and you just got to be active.
Damn it, I was waiting for the magic pill. Shit. Now, like.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so wasn't I. It's like, the thing is like, oh, well, I'll just do keto, and I'll lose weight because I'm doing keto. I'm not eating bread. You can fucking eat bread. You can eat carbs. You can eat all that shit.
Yeah. No.
You just can't eat too much. And what people are doing when they're doing keto is their reason why they're losing weight. They're losing water weight because if you're the carbs, when you eat carbs, you retain water from eating those carbs. So what they're really doing is just eating less calories, right? Because they're cutting out the bread. Yeah. But so it doesn't really matter what you do so long as you're just mindful of what you eat, and that's really it. So if my daily limit, so right now I eat about between 24 and 2,700 calories a day. If I want to have pizza, I'll just make it work in the parameters of my calories. You know what I mean? So long as I don't go over.
That's great.
But that's it. And this way you don't feel deprived all the time. You know what I mean? People go on diets and they eat chicken and broccoli forever and ever and ever, and then they eat and then they just stop. Because I've done it before. I did really good, and then I stop, and then I'll get lazy, and then I'll have a cheat day, then a cheat week. You know, then I'll fall off the wagon, and then I'll eventually eat the wagon. You know what I mean? Like, so you just gotta be mindful. That's all. There's my lecture.
No, it's true though. It's hard though. JT said vegan shirts on deck. Danny said I'm a carnivore. I see no veg for me. I can see it. We're gonna add it on to the list of merch to buy. There's so much to talk about. There's so many different promotions. I mean, like, I really don't know which direction. So you know what? Let's talk a little bit about Chaotic. And again, we brought it up briefly, like the last show. You guys swept, in all your matches. It's great. If you guys are not on the Chaotic train, get on the Chaotic train. Like, I can't wait to come back up to Massachusetts because, like, I am, I'm in it now. Like, I'm all in. So I love Chaotic. I talk about it with everybody. It's such a great atmosphere. The fans are great. You guys, entertain the hell out of us. The quality of the matches, everything as a whole. Like, is there anything like that sticks out to you, that, you'd love to share with us with Chaotic?
Well, man, so it's funny because I started at Chaotic with my training when I was 18, but like I was there for about a year or so, but I was never there long enough to ever be booked on a show. Nowadays, people fucking train for 6 months and they're a trained wrestler and they just are on shows. No, I trained for 2 years before I had a match. So I was there for about a year, and then like the training was just like it was a different time. Back in the day, like it's different how it is now. Things that would happen back in the day would not be acceptable now. That's kind of just the easiest way to say it. Like, just wasn't the right environment for me after a while. So I ended up moving. So I never really, and I started training in Florida at Team 3D Academy, but. Back to your point, I've been very humbled, and I feel lucky enough that I was able to get booked by Chaotic and start working for them. I've been in touch or known, been around the Chaotic circle for 14 years. I've never done Cold Fury. That's their biggest show, and I was slated to do it before the pandemic, but everything shut down. So
Right.
this year will be my first ever Cold Fury. I'm pumped. I cannot wait. It's like on one of my checklists. You know what I mean? That's when I was young. I always wanted to be on the Chaotic Wrestling Show, and I always wanted to be at Cold Fury. So this will be cool this year that I get to do it.
Awesome. I'm so excited. Looking forward to, all the upcoming chaotic shows. So, it's funny. Like there is, again, so many promotions. Pro Wrestling Magic. So I remember, what was it? I forgot the show. But you and TJ Crawford, as I always say, get well soon. I miss you in the ring. I'm gonna say it every time that I bring up your name because I love TJ. Is one of my favorite people in the ring. Such a great human. But I think I posted a clip the other day of you guys and from that show. And
You were there?
yeah, I was there.
We meet that day?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm very bad. Like
Terrible.
Yeah, I never know. Like people, it's always the worst when you say nice to meet you and they're like, oh, I met you before.
No,
Like,
no, we didn't meet. I don't know. TJ kind of cursed me out after because
oh yeah.
because I put on Twitter and he took it the wrong way that I go a little TJ and AC action, and I put a clip up from that match, and he came by and he was like, "Fuck you, you called me little." I was like, I didn't mean it that way. I was like,
Well, in comparison, he is little, yeah.
I didn't mean it that way. So he gave me the finger, cursed me out, and walked away. And I was like, God damn it, TJ. But that was such a fun match. Really, really good. Yeah, because I was posting up the chops with you guys, exchanging chops.
So funny story about that match. So
yeah.
that was our first time we ever wrestled, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And we're about to lock up, and he fucking kicks me in the thigh, and my leg goes numb.
Oh no.
And I go, oh shit, I can't feel my fucking leg. And he kicks me again. I'm like, this is for pretend. Like, I was like, I finally got feeling back in my leg, but it was kind of funny. The kid's got some hard kicks on him.
I was screaming even in the I always screaming. My commentary is hysterical on my clips, but yeah. So I put that out the other day, and even TJ said that rematch. Like I want to see it.
I want to have like back to like the losing weight shit and getting myself more conditioned. Like I wrestled Alec Price. Yes, or 2 days ago. Yesterday, what day is today? Monday.
Yeah.
2 days ago. Dude, my cardio is unreal. So like for me, anyways, I would like to wrestle TJ again, like because I felt like when we wrestled, I didn't give him the best match I could have, like that I know like in my head I could do, just because like my cardio wasn't where it needed to be. So I'd like to do that match again for sure.
Yeah, it was so good. It was such a fun match. And again, if you guys are watching Pro Wrestling Magic, definitely check out that promotion. Hey, what's up, David Russell? He says hi to me and to you.
Hello, David.
So since you brought up Alec Price, we could go with that. And again, like if you guys, spoilers, then mute this moment for a few seconds or whatever, so you don't want to hear, because Limitless hasn't aired, but I follow a lot of things on social, so I already know what happened. So let's talk a little bit again, like Limitless is this, and again, bucket list. I must get my ass up to Limitless within.
Gotta go.
Oh my god, I was supposed to see Limitless for Wrestleville. I'm very upset. I got sick. But I want to actually, the thing with me is like with a lot of promotions too, I like to go to the building where it is, like I want to go up to Maine. I want to see Limitless there.
Yep.
So, but again, you and Alec Price, just had this amazing match. Again, I can't wait for it to come out on IWTV so I can watch the full card. Again, I follow enough people that go up there, so I see clips. And Anthony Green was the ref in his little shorts.
Yeah, he was.
But you guys had like a great match. I saw again some of those clips. You got a little tasered over there, huh?
Oh man, it was a hell of a fight. Yeah, there was a staple gun involved. I don't want to get into much detail other than that. Man, it was just crazy atmosphere. I think they chanted "Big Boy Season" Alec Price for probably like 3 or 4 minutes. Like when you watch it back, you gotta watch. If you go out of your way to watch this match, I'm very proud of it, and that says something, because like I said, I hate everything that I do. But But yeah, go out of your way to watch this match. It's very physical, very emotional. Yeah, I can't say much more than that. Just go out of your way to watch it because it was good.
Can't wait. Can't wait to watch it. Again, Limitless is just great. Like I've chatted with Randy and I was like, I going to come up there. I promise. I'm just waiting for, winter to pass now because this is not within, I promise within at least the next 3 months, I'm making my way up to Limitless. Like I must.
Good.
I definitely want to see it. I love the roster. It's such a great atmosphere. John Alba got me into Limitless, so shout out to him.
John Alba. Sorry, John. John, if you're watching, I know that you are. Fuck yourself.
Damn. Everything Pro Wrestling. Conrad, what's up? Go give my friend some love on his channel. He says, looking good, AC. Shout out to pouncing someone out of the ring at my local indie.
Oh, from Buffalo.
Yes, he's from Buffalo. So.
Yes, Buffalo. Yep. That's the pounce heard around the world.
Yes. So great. Let's see what else we're gonna talk about. All right, let's do another fan.
I like your accent. Speaking of accents, you got an accent.
Oh, it's that.
What are we gonna talk about? I like that.
That New York accent.
What are you talking about? Huh?
That Queens.
Hey, let's do this friggin' podcast.
the Italian, the Queens, the New York accent is very. I think it was funny because when I came up to Chaotic and I was talking to people and they were like, "I love your accent." They're like, "Where are you from?" I was like, "New York," and then it's like the city or upstate. I'm like, the city. I was like, "Let me say hot dog," and it was like dying. I was like, but a lot of people said that to me, that they just love how thick my Queen's accent is. So
how about this friggin' weather?
forget about it. So
I wish I had I want an accent. I wish I had one.
You're gonna come back with one from your European tour.
Hopefully.
So you're gonna come back with some new spiffy outfit too, like chip cheerio.
I don't know if I go that far.
Lies, I swear. So fan tweet from Top of the Cage podcast. He said, what would you rather powerbomb someone into a ladder, table, door, or the top of a seal on cage?
Man. I think I've done all of those things. Mm-hmm. I guess I'll have to go with what hurts the most.
Yes.
To my opponent.
All the above, all at the same time,
Yeah,
pretty much. All the above. I saw another question. David says, Ace, who's on your radar that you would like to wrestle?
Oh, I don't know. The Rock. Man, there's so much good talent. So a lot of new talent too.
It's crazy.
Man, I don't know. I'm looking forward just to seeing to wrestling some of the new faces and talent that I don't know in Europe. I know my first. I'm doing the 16 carat tournament in Germany. I'm wrestling a guy named Maggot. I know nothing about him. He sounds like a freak, But if he's good enough to be in the tournament, he's good enough to give me a run for my money. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to wrestle new people and fresh faces and tell new stories because sometimes you just wrestle the same motherfuckers all the time and it gets boring.
Yeah, but there's so many new up and coming talent all over the place. It's nuts, and they're getting younger and younger and younger.
I know, and I'm getting older and older and older.
Shut up, because you're making me feel old, because I know I'm a lot older than you guys.
How old are you? You gotta be, what, 28?
Oh, I wish. Oh, my God, I love you. Really? Jesus, I love you. I'm going to be 40 this year.
What?
Yep, I swear. I'm going to be 40 in August.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. I'll flash my card. Not on the podcast, but I don't need creeps coming my way. Seriously. But, JT's in the chat. I brought up Nick Wayne. I brought up Marcus.
Hey, John Boy.
I brought up Marcus Matters on our interview. Again, these kids, they're 16, 18. Nick Wayne just got signed with AEW. It's insane. Just saw him this past weekend. He's just, oh my God, it's crazy. So, I'm waiting for you guys. I'm ready for Marcus to go through the unit. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. Let's pump the brakes on that.
I'm with it. I know some of my fans are all with it. JT says Rikishi. Oh, is that on the list?
Oh, hell yeah.
But anyway, all right. So let's move on to more questions. Well, you guys, you brought up my because I was gonna manifest some matches here. But let's focus on one of my favorite things I've been talking about on every interview, and that's important to me. It was wrestling with positivity, because there's just so much negativity in the fucking world. So fuck all you guys. But yeah. I focus on the positive. So it's very dear to my heart. If you guys haven't checked out the projects, it's pinned on the Indie Wrestling Corner, where a lot of people talk about, amazing moments, whether it's wrestlers or parents or, fans, and they talk about great moments. So we're going to do it with you. I incorporate it with everybody that comes onto this podcast. Is there anything that sticks out to you, whether it's something that you've done for a fan, or maybe a fan's done for you, or something you've done for a wrestler or a wrestler's done for you, something that sticks out to you that, we wouldn't normally see, that you can share with us?
I think it's kind of like shitty to talk about like all the good things I do for people, because good deeds should just be good deeds.
Right.
Wow. I mean, I get a lot of messages all the time, people just thanking me for being their inspiration for their own weight loss journeys and such, so that always feels good. But I'm trying to think, stuff that like, so one example would be like, when I first got the TV, with Impact, I didn't know shit about wrestling on TV, and wrestling on TV is 100% different from wrestling at your local Knights of Columbus. There's just so much that goes into it. And I'm very thankful for a guy by the name of Eddie Edwards, who kind of took me under his wing, kind of mentored me while I was there, the 2 years that I was there. Legit, anytime I ever had a problem or an issue, or I was confused, or I hadn't have the right answer for something, like I just always went to him, and he kind of led me through the bullshit, because when you get to that level of wrestling, there's always sharks in the water, and people, it's just dog eat dog. People, there's so many spots, and there's just so many people, and every spot is limited. So, I'm very thankful for my 2 years I was at Impact, to have him there. And there's a bunch of others too, like Sami Callihan and Jessica Havoc, people like that. They all just kind of took me under their wing and kind of showed me the way, and just kind of helped me maneuver around all the landmines. Mm-hmm. So I'm very thankful for that. That's something positive that, because I was very nervous going to TV. I didn't know what I was doing. So that was pretty cool.
That's got to be nerve-wracking, that like difference, like, like you said, like working at a Knights of Columbus and then going on to TV and like, hey mom, I'm on TV now.
Yeah, but hey mom, I'm scared shitless too. Because like, if they give you 4 minutes, you got 4 minutes for everything. That's with entrances, and that's and leaving the ring, everything. And if you go over time, like, you're gonna hear about it, and because every second on television costs a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So you have that stress, and you have your boss, who's watching he's watching every single match, every single move you do. You have all the producers who are watching your match, watching every little thing you do. And though I had a great experience there, you just, you never know. Like, if you fuck up, that could be it. That could be your job,
Right.
So, yeah, it's definitely different from on the indies. Indies are just, now when I go to indies, I just want to have fun.
Right.
This is why I like working with the unit, because it's just fun. There's no stress. I don't have to worry about anything. I just go out there and do my thing and create and entertain, which is what I love to do.
Yeah, so no, it's fun. So, but I love the indies. Obviously, I'm the queen of it.
Of course,
pretty much. Like, it's like my heart and soul always goes back to the indies, because again, it's just more fun to be involved in. The more intimate. Like, we can have fun with you guys. Like, you can't be buying nosebleed seats and like heckling MJF or something. Like, where I could be front row and I can yell at you pretty much.
Right.
and give you the finger. Like, that's more fun for me than to spend like $200 tickets and not have front row. And it's very, again, I always tell people, like, check out your local independent scene, because you never know what you're going to find, and you never know who's going to get signed and, to continue the journey for you guys. So I enjoy that too. I love watching your guys' journey of wherever you guys end up, or if you guys just stay in the indies. Me personally, I want you all to stay in the indies so I can enjoy you all. But that's me being selfish. So pretty much. So here's a fun question that I haven't done in a while, and I'm going to bring back my known question. What's the craziest thing a fan's done to get your attention?
Oh.
Oh no.
Well, so nothing really pops out as far as like when I'm in the ring wrestling. I never, like, no one's ever like got my attention. Like, I'm not, I can think of, like, I'm always talking shit to people when I'm in the ring, but I do get a lot of weird messages all the time.
Oh no.
People be saying some weird, creepy fucking shit. So, man, I don't know. I'm always so curious too, because, like, and I should know better when I get a thing on Instagram and the picture's blurred out and it says, if you want to click on it to see what it is, you never do that. You never click on those pictures. But, curiosity killed the cat.
Oh no.
So it's usually like a damn it, and then I have to block them. But yeah, I don't know. People just send me weird shit all the time.
What do you mean? You just won that iPhone 13. You have to click the link. Come on.
Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of that, let's talk about my Twitter. My Twitter getting hacked.
Yeah, what the hell?
And I still, because of the fucking free shoes thing, I got my Twitter back, but 3 days later I was locked out again, and the person who hacked my thing, their email was back on the account, and I even changed the password. Obviously, once I got control of my account again, and for some reason 3 days later I was locked out of it again. And Twitter support is fucking useless. So they don't want to help me anymore, and so if anyone's watching right now and has a good Twitter connect, help me get my account back. Please let me know.
Terrible.
But yeah, so that kind of sucks. But also, it's a kind of a blessing in disguise too, because I don't have to read all the bullshit anymore.
Yeah, there's
so
too
much bullshit on
There's
Twitter.
so much crap.
I don't have to read any of that shit anymore, which is kind of a blessing in disguise, to be honest.
I can't.
I was always like, I need Twitter for my social media and da-da-da-da. But fuck it, dude. It's good not having to read all the negativity 24/7, getting stuck scrolling.
Yeah.
Now I'll get stuck scrolling on TikTok and watching videos for hours and hours and hours before bed. So it's like one thing leads to another, it's one problem after the other.
It's true. That thing is dangerous.
But TikTok is good though. Like, I know it's bad when I'm swiping through and all of a sudden I get the video where it says, "You've been on here for a while. You should go to bed and drink water." Like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta get off. But so I mean, I like TikTok's way better anyways than Twitter. It's not as
yeah, who doesn't want to watch like dogs and parrots dancing and
Dude, I love it.
and then all the crazy trends and the dances and all that fun stuff. Like, I sit there too myself. So we're all screwed right now pretty much with that. But so here's your turn to get back at anybody. Give us one of your favorite road trip stories.
Ooh, road trip stories. Well, so I used to I think JT and I used to travel a lot together. It used to be like a group of us that would go down to Pressing Magic. And for some reason I would always fall asleep, so that would always fuck with me. But lately I would travel down to Pressing Magic with MSP and Alec. Right, so I call Allie. So all four of us always drive down. Those trips are always so much fun, you know what I mean? Just fucking with each other and stuff. But for one, like, God, the MSP sometimes is at the worst. I've never had car trouble one time, in the 14 years. 3 times I was with those guys. The car breaks down. We almost die. The tire almost falls off the car while we're driving. Like, it's crazy. I'd never had more trouble, more car trouble than driving with those 3. But it's a lot of fun. I make them listen to Disney music most of the time. Alec doesn't stop talking. And MSP, they're just vibing out like how they always do. But it's fun. Nothing really crazy stands out except for that time that we almost died. We literally were going from Maine to we picked up Allie in Boston, and then we drove to we got to Connecticut, and the car I felt like a wobble. I was driving and there was like a wobble. And I'm like, that doesn't sound right. So we pull over, and there's only 2 lug nuts attached to the back left tire. The other 3 have been broken off. So the tire is held on by 2 of the lug nut, the fucking spokes. I'm like, that's not good. Like, we should be dead right now.
Jesus.
It was pretty sketchy. So we had to get a hotel, and we hung out, and it ended up being fine. It was cool. It's one of those crazy things, spontaneous things that happen. You make the best of a bad situation. But yeah, it's cool.
They talked about that on the podcast too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Did they?
I thought you were saying that Love Dog was on the tires.
Oh, no. Wait, you should be. Love Slug. Yeah, but it's crazy.
Poor Love Dog.
I like to call him Love Slug, Slugless, all the above.
Oh God, I can't deal. Oh, poor Love Dog. Yeah, that was pretty funny. You carried him out the last chaotic show. He was kind of dead, pretty much. But I would say, like, I love you, Love Dog, but I'm gonna get annihilated between you and the chat right now. So I'm gonna move on to the next question.
I got something for Love Dog coming soon.
I'm scared. I don't know, but yeah, you guys are funny. Alec Price's promo with me for Love Dog calling him a creep, and that it was hysterical. But so, what are some things you like to do when you're not in the squared circle?
Oh man, I live a boring life. So right now I've just been focusing on just the gym stuff, and it sounds like I do nothing, but it's a full-time job. Like, just make sure you're in the gym and you're watching what you're eating and that sort of stuff. I also picked up a part-time day job, so I used to be a cook back before I was a cook for 8 years before I started just solely wrestling. So I like doing that now, honestly. That's it's pretty cool because I was so worried, and that sounds like kind of shitty to say, but like I was so worried about people like recognizing me. I'm like, oh, please don't, I didn't want anybody to recognize me because I live in Maine. So, but the second day, because we had to wear masks, at the mask mandate, and I took my mask off to take a drink, and one of the other cooks, he recognized me because he's a wrestling fan, and then then it was just like the floodgates open. Everybody found out it was crazy, but it's cool. I like the fact that because I've been solely just wrestling for about 5 years. I haven't had a regular job for about 5 years, and it's good to interact with people who don't talk about wrestling all the time. I love it. I love just like normal people have normal interactions and not have to worry about like just stupid wrestling bullshit and stupid wrestling politics. Like, it's good. And I've met a lot of cool people that work at this restaurant I work at. So it's pretty cool.
That's cool. What's your favorite dish to cook?
Ever? Okay, so I'm not really a chef.
Well, don't go like, I swear to God, I will end this podcast if you tell me dino chicken nuggets, okay? Because that's it. I draw the line right there, and I will end the podcast.
No, I'm really good at cooking steak, so I like to cook steak.
Okay. Okay, you're safe because I kind of ripped what's his name? Oh my god, I'm blank now because I had a whole conversation with somebody on the podcast about chicken dino nuggets and I kind of got mad. But that was a whole mood. JT says Doug is a bum. He needs to move out of his mom's garage, and he's. I can't. That's why I said I had to move on to the next question because I knew I was gonna get annihilated for that. But he also said that you cook the best steak, so I want some steaks.
Yeah.
Shit.
JT and I used to be roommates, and we would make burgers. We call them burger dogs, and we just cooking burgers all the time. We're good at that.
Ooh, I'm getting hungry now. I feel like I'm having another episode with Alex Zane right now because Alex Zane always makes me hungry on the podcast because all we do is talk about food. So. Hey Leroy, nasty Leroy, what's going on? How are you? Everything pro wrestling. He's dying with the dino nuggets. I'm telling you, I am scarred with dino chicken nuggets. Anybody that doesn't know the story, I swear to God, one of my exes, all he did breakfast, lunch, and dinner was he wanted fucking chicken nuggets, and most of the time it was dino chicken nuggets. And I'm sitting here and I'm like,
toddler?
It seemed like it.
Jesus Christ. I have the dino chicken nuggets. Like, no. Why don't you eat a sandwich like a real person?
Listen,
like?
I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna fucking blast them right now because I swear that.
Fuck it. Take the platform. Take the time.
I am so traumatized with it because it was like, I remember it was like so deathly sick and it's like, okay, do you want me to make soup? And I'm like, okay, like I can make soup from scratch. Like I'll make some chicken soup, you know, like I'll make this, I'll make that. No, I want McDonald's chicken nuggets. Like, fuck you. You're not going to get better with chicken nuggets, you piece of shit. Okay, rant over. I'm done. That's just the most fun. No, that's it. JT, you are now off my husband list. He says he's eating them currently. I'm done.
God.
That's it. Off the 4 horsemen list. I'm done. I'm done. So I have 2 final questions for you. If you guys have any other questions, feel free, drop them to the chat and we'll talk about what's coming up because I know Sky wants to know about your Europe tour. So what do you have like goal wise for 2022?
Oh, I just want to get in the best shape of my life. I'm gonna be jacked. That's the goal. That's the one and only goal. Obviously, I want to make $1 million, but I want to be jacked. This is gonna be like the next like evolution of Ace Romero. I'm gonna go from what everyone's used to seeing me. I'm gonna fucking turn all that shit upside down. I'm gonna be jacked. It's gonna be awesome.
Be jacked as fuck, right? Yeah. Okay. See, he's safe. He says he's eating burgers. You better not be lying to me because that's it. Like. I will tell Dave to keep the pop because I had to send the JT pop back to Dave Cole because it came in fucked up. And I'm like, no. Like, I'm very sad. I'm very sad right now. So, but Sky, I love you. Where are you? You're in the chat. Get ready because it's your favorite question. Nasty earlier says, I don't eat chicken nuggets. Well, you know, I don't mind you eat chicken nuggets, but like you can't be eating it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and everything else and have fucking dino chicken nuggets all the time. Like, grow the fuck up. I'm gonna be.
Where do you even get dino chicken nuggets anyway?
What's it? Doesn't Purdue put it out or Tyson or something that you could get at like the supermarket? I swear to God, if you guys like fucking if you punk me at one of the fucking shows, I'm gonna throw the chicken nuggets in your face. I swear.
I can't even remember the last time I had a chicken nugget.
I feel like
4 years old. I don't know. Like, what the fuck?
I feel like somebody was gonna do that to me for the hell of it. But yeah, so you sent Ace a picture. Okay, JT said he sent you a picture.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
He's trying to prove that there's no chicken dino nuggets. Is it a burger?
Hey, wait a minute. Is that a triceratops?
See, the ambulance is coming because they freaking know that, like, I can't deal.
I've never seen a chicken nugget that looks like a fucking triceratops or pterodactyl.
Jesus Christ. Everything pro wrestling. My 2-year-old's a fan. Okay, if you're 2, you can eat dino chicken. Okay, this podcast just spun out of control. All right, let's bring it back.
Yeah, that's what happened. The people need to know what the age limit is for chicken nuggets. It's not acceptable to eat every fucking meal after you're over 18 years old. I mean, fuck.
And this is why I'm single. I can't deal. I can't fucking deal. I'm too old for this shit. Okay. For the fan that always tells me they love my laugh, I'm sure you're getting a kick out of this podcast. Let me bring it back. So I don't know what the hell's going on outside, so I apologize. But all right, so I love asking and leaving off, then we'll get into what you got coming up. But I love asking your advice.
Hold on real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is breaking news. I've been told I need to share this with the podcast. Oh.
Back it up. I hate you.
Maybe, you know what? He looks pretty happy. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe you can eat chicken nuggets for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No. Maybe we're the assholes. Is there something about that? He looks happy. He looks like a happy little lad.
My stomach.
Look at him. He's having a good day.
I'm fucking crying now.
Maybe it's us. Sometimes people need to realize. Take a look in the mirror. Maybe it's fucking us. It says, we're the screw ups.
Oh my god, I'm crying. I'm fucking crying right now.
He's never looked better. He's eating long neck chicken nuggets, like that. The triceptoplops and all. It's crazy.
I can't. Oh my god, my stomach, it hurts. I can't. I hate you guys so much.
Freaking raptors and all that shit. The whole gang.
God. I can't. You broke Sky. Sky says this is the best podcast I stayed awake for.
The thing is, they do look like they do look good. You know what I mean? Like, they look appetizing. 100% natural, all white meat. No antibiotics ever. You can't go wrong. Panko breadcrumbs?
I can't. I hate you all.
I think it's us, to be honest.
I am the problem. I am the problem. That's what it is. It's because I'm not on the chicken dino nugget train, and I'm cursed for life, pretty much.
You are cursed.
Oh God, Dan Housing's around or something. But yeah. So back to. All right, let me try to pull myself back together right now. All right. We gotta get professional here. Okay. So.
No, not having dinner.
All right, so we're gonna finish off with one final question. To all inspiring and amateur wrestlers out there, what's a piece of advice that you would give them? JT, stop calling him.
He just wants to send me some dinos. I get it. Yeah, I don't know. If this is your dream, be ready to work hard for it. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what you do in life, it's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be worth it. So if you're gonna start in wrestling, just be prepared for a lot of work and a lot of sleepless nights. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna be easy at first, but eventually, shit will pay off. And good luck, because there's a lot of luck involved.
Oh, okay. There you go. There you have it.
That was my best speech. I was still thinking about the chicken nuggets. It's on my head. It's on my mind now.
I can't deal.
And I can't believe I've never even bought those. I didn't even know where to get those.
Now,
next time I go to the grocery store, I should probably go tomorrow because I have to have that in Europe. But I might have that for dinner tomorrow.
Oh my God. I'm gonna get tagged like crazy tomorrow. Like, look, Tiffany, look what I found. Like, oh, I hate you guys. Like, I freaking hate you guys pretty much. So let's talk about, what you got coming up. You're leaving Wednesday. You're going for this tour. How long are you going for? And where can people see you?
About 3 weeks I will be gone for. I will be in Oberhausen, Germany. I will be competing in the 16-carat tournament for WXW. It's a 3-day tournament, and the winner gets a pretty cool trophy, and it gets to, be part of the whole lineage of the the history of the tournament. There's been a lot of great wrestlers that have been in that tournament. So I'm looking forward to making my mark in Germany, and winning the whole thing. And after that, I got to fly to Liverpool, England. I'm going to compete for a company called TNT Extreme, against their champion, a guy by the name of Dan Maloney. So I look forward to mixing up with them. After that, I'm going to fly to Dublin, Ireland for OTT, Over the Top Wrestling, where they have the biggest show of the year, Scrappermania. So I'm going to do that show, and then on the next day, they have the Hangover show. And then I will be flying back to America. But I'm looking forward to making my mark in Europe and showing the world what Big Boy Season is all about.
Awesome. Sky said she will see you at Thrill Kill. So
yeah, it's cool. Awesome.
So you have to go say hi, go take a photo with
Yes.
him and tag me.
Bring me some chicken nuggets.
No chicken nuggets. Somebody in the stream said so. Where is it? Shane says they are banned in Europe. Seriously?
Chicken nuggets or dinosaurs?
I don't know. This podcast went off the rails. I can't do it. I can't. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Wait, what is it? Where did he say? That's Shane. Shane, what's banned in Europe? Like, I really have no words right now. Sky said she'll bring Dino Nug. I hate you guys so much.
No.
I can't. You guys are a mess, but I love you anyway. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you for all your questions. Thanks for breaking me and making me cry. And I'm pretty sure one of my lashes kind of fell off during me laughing from crying. Ace, thank you so much for coming on and chatting with us. But tell everybody where they can follow you and buy merch and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me on this podcast.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. You can follow me on social media on, I would say Twitter, but I'm not really using it right now. But you can go follow me on Instagram at the Ace Romero. I have a pro wrestling tee store, but I haven't really updated in a long time. But there's some classic shirts on there. It's prowrestlingtees.com/ACBaby. So you can check that stuff out over there. And yeah, I appreciate you having me. It's been a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yes, tons of fun. So excited. Good luck on your tour. Have a lot of fun. I expect an accent when you come back.
Yeah.
Bring some tea,
yeah.
and you better be with pinky up. Drinking
Yes,
that tea
hey.
pretty well. Take some pictures and post of fun, because I actually really enjoy when you guys do these tours. And then your sightseeing and stuff like that. And please, because I would love to see that. I think it's fun.
Absolutely.
I lived through you guys, experience something that I haven't been able to do. So it's cool to see where you guys go. So make sure you guys are following him and his journey as well. So.
Yes, please follow me. Yes.
But yeah, so guys, thank you again so much for hanging out. Again, I appreciate all of you. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're listening on YouTube. Apparently notifications didn't go out, so I'm sorry, I can't control the world of podcast land, but I appreciate anybody that's listened on in. So tomorrow we got the Vlog Bro University, and Marcus Matters is coming on Wednesday, so make sure you're following the Indie Wrestling Corner on Twitter and all the social platforms to see what is coming up next. So with that being said, guys, stay safe, support independent wrestling, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. Bye.